Hi guys, me again. A little more awake today. My last video a few days ago, it took me a couple of days to upload it. I have been doing a lot of filming with my phone, and my phone does not like to upload videos. Like, it'll take like 4 tries for me to do it. It's not super friendly to that kind of thing. So you might see a little more of me lately being on bed rest and everything like that. I am just left here alone with my thoughts, which is lovely, you know. So my last video did inform you that I was on bed rest. Excuse me. Was on bed rest and that they had put me there. I will give a little more details. If a little medical speak makes you a little uncomfortable, you could move on if you want to. You might want the information. I don't know. I might do another skin video. Hop up for a minute later down the line a little bit. I'm a little bit bigger since the skin video I did the last time. Just to show you what the difference is between, because my pregnancy, yes, I look very pregnant and everything like that, but the actual shape of the uterus and my belly bump and everything like that is hidden by the amount of excess skin that I still had on my abdomen. So, you know, for the most part, I just look like a big person again. I have mostly stopped viewing myself that way, and embraced the fact that I am just very, very pregnant. I keep joking with my husband that I need this t-shirt I saw online that says pregnant AF, because I just really am. So the details of my bed rest. I have seen 2 different perinatologists throughout my pregnancy. It just depends on what day my appointment is at maternal fetal medicine at the hospital here in Spokane, Washington. I am being seen at Sacred Heart, one of the best children's hospitals in the area. I know a lot of people that have been there. I had a friend at work who had a very complicated pregnancy that was her baby was born premature, and the NICU was awesome. So that is where I am going to be. I've seen 2 different perinatologists at the hospital there, and then I have my regular OB doctor. I've talked, so I have a friend online who is at the same point in her triplet pregnancy as me, she only made it to this point. She had her babies last week. And I was talking to one of the perinatologists about her going on bed rest 3 weeks ago at 25 weeks. And that particular perinatologist said bed rest is stupid, and that if it fixed anything, he'd just put everyone on bed rest and have perfect babies all the time. That being said, the other perinatologist that I've seen the most of put me on bed rest last week. Here are the details of that. My babies are great. The boys are fine. Jax is weighing in at 2 pounds 6 ounces, up from 1 pound 7 ounce 3 weeks ago. Bo is up to 2 pounds 1 ounce, up from 1 pound 6 ounce 7 weeks ago. And then Rhett, my small one, he is 1 pound 14 ounces, up from 1.6. So he's growing a little bit slower, but he is not strained, so that's all fine. They are growing very, very well, and they're very happy with their growth. The reason for the bed rest. Here's the details, the nitty-gritty. My cervix was measuring at a 4. And 4.4 for most of the pregnancy. And then all of a sudden I go in last week and it's 2.6. And everyone on my multiples forums and everything like that has been like, well, 2.6 doesn't sound like that bad. The doctors seem to be mostly bothered by the fact that it changed so rapidly. Less about the fact that it is a 2.6, but more that it went from 4 something to 2.6 in 3 weeks. Like, ta-da! Almost half. That seems to be the bother. So the point of the bed rest is to see if that shortening is a trend, a consistent trend that we need to stop, or if it's just something that happened. The doctor said at the appointment when he put me on the bed rest that if I was not willing to take it easy and rest at home, he would admit me to the hospital for a week. No, thank you. No. I will do as commanded, and I feel done okay at that, as I can in the situation that we're in. I am going to probably do something stupid today. Our 12-year-old has a band concert at the arena today. That is a collaboration between all of the schools in the entire city, and I just, even though I will be sitting upright, I'm gonna go. But other than that, I have been on this couch or in my bed, other than getting things and just taking care of things, going to the bathroom, grabbing something to eat, and I have combined trips, so I'm not up and down, up and down, up and down. The only thing that I'm doing that I probably shouldn't be doing is that we have a very big dog who is taking a nap right there. He, throughout this pregnancy, has been attached to me at the hip. Today, a little more so than usual. He's been right here. But the other problem with that is that he has come to consider me necessary to protect. He won't let anyone near our family right now. And being in an apartment still and not into our house where we can put him in the yard, it takes 2 people to walk him. He's a 165-pound Mastiff. It takes one of us to walk ahead to make sure no people are going to run into him, and the other to walk him. In certain situations, it actually takes 2 people to hold him, which I don't do anymore because I cannot. But we just really need, like I said in my last video, I just needed 1 more week. I just needed 1 more week to get out of here and into the house, and bed rest would have been not a big deal. For this week, it has been a very big deal, but we have managed as best we can. That being said, I think they'll continue to let me do bed rest at home if things have stayed stable for the week, but I can't shake this feeling that that is not going to be the case. There is this feeling inside my being that is telling me that I need a hospital bag ready for my appointment tomorrow to recheck, because I have this feeling that I'm not going to come out, which is kind of awful and kind of, it's a catch-22. If they put you in the hospital, you're monitored properly and you're going to get all the care that you need and everything like that, because the name of the game at this point is to keep them in as long as possible. Average gestation for triplets is 32 weeks. My doctors and I were shooting for 36 weeks with my scheduled cesarean on July 7th. I'm not sure I'm going to make it there now. Definitely possible, particularly if they stick me in the hospital. But I want to be at home. I have a new home. We're moving into it this week. I don't have anything set up in the nursery. I don't, this is my husband's and my first place together, and there's a possibility that I might not get to be there to see us move into it, or to see, the cribs go up, or to, I might not be there, and that just really kind of sucks. In the meantime, I'm trying to take it easy. I am hungry all the time. We have a minimal amount of food in the house because we're moving. We figure we'll grocery shop when we get into the house. And it's amazing how tired rest makes you feel. Resting is tiring. It makes you tired. I've been trying to make sure I stretch my legs, even from a lounging position. I try to make sure I isolate my muscles and move them around and things like that. I don't want a DVT. And my legs ache, which was a problem I had before the bed rest. Whenever I went to bed at night, I had a hard time sleeping because my legs were never comfortable. My legs were always uncomfortable. I was fighting cramping, even if I was properly hydrated. I know I'm going to hear that out there. Make sure that you're drinking enough water. I am. That's just been my problem with my body, is very, very angry about this side-to-side situation. I am a stomach sleeper. I sleep on my front. So it's been just a very hard adjustment for all of my muscles and my joints in my body and everything like that to make that adjustment. I'm going to throw a slideshow on here, I think, if I can manage it, or it'll come up after this one. I created a slideshow that shows a side-by-side at the beginning of a 5K I did when I was at my highest weight and a 5K I did later when I got down to my lowest, which was just 210. I did not get to goal before all this happened. My surgery was on October 7th, 2014. My highest weight was 331 pounds. My lowest weight was 210. Last time I was weighed at my last doctor's visit, I was, depending on what office you're at, because this is lovely, their scales are not congruent. One calls me 250, one calls me 260. So I am in the average weight gain for triplets. So that's good. Which is also, coming to terms with the scale going up, coming to terms with being sedentary, watching all my 5Ks come up for signups and not being able to sign up. This last weekend, because of the bed rest, I missed a lot of things that I was hoping to be able to do before the boys came, or before they put on bed rest, or before anything at all. I was going to have maternity photos not taken on Saturday. I didn't get to do that. I was going to tour the hospital so that I knew where the NICU was and was familiar with the hospital and everything like that. I didn't get to do that. We had tickets to the Lantern Festival, the thing where you release lanterns. I had 3 lanterns reserved, one for each baby. Didn't get to do that. We had tickets to the Cinderella play at the Performing Arts Center for Mother's Day. I didn't get to do that. And I'm not lamenting maybe I am a little bit lamenting my situation, mostly because I still have a little bit of that first-time mom syndrome where I feel like my entire existence is going to change, which I accept that it will. It's just, I don't know. We're not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for these babies to come out. I'm not ready to be stuck in the hospital for a month and a half. I'm not ready. So that's where I'm at. Maybe probably a little more activity for me on the channel moving forward. Like I said, I'm on bed rest. I'm alone with my thoughts. My husband is still working. We're trying to hold his paid time off for the boys, probably pending when they come home, as opposed to when they're born. He might take a few days off when they're born to be with me in the hospital, I'm sure. But other than that, we're trying to save his paid time off for when the boys come home, because that's the truth of life in America, isn't it? Right? Maternity leave is too short for mothers, and there's no paternity leave for fathers to spend time with their kids and the mothers when they're in recovery. And I just, I would have to, having a cesarean and then having 2 elementary school kids at home and triplets in ICU or possibly home, I don't know how I would do that without my husband, or the fact that I have a lot of family that can come spend time at my house and things like that. If I were a mom trying to do this situation that my husband and I are in without family in the area, I would be screwed. Okay. Soapbox over. So we're trying to save his PTO for when the boys come home. We are using a little bit of it for this move, but that's where we stand. Like I said, I'll throw that slideshow up either at the end of this or in a separate post, and then that will give you kind of a gauge of where I began my weight loss journey, where I kind of got to, and this pregnancy journey. And I hope everyone had an awesome Mother's Day and an awesome weekend, and you'll probably, if they throw me in the hospital, you'll definitely hear from me tomorrow. If they don't, it might be a couple of days, so no news will be good news on that front, because I'll be dealing with my husband moving me into a bed rest situation at our new home. So everyone, I hope you are lovely. Bye.